Hello, Divine Diva. This is the Bougie Hill Diva podcast, and it is me, Christy Michelle, your Bougie Hill Diva. Today, we are going to talk about the 3D5D Ascension and why that matters to you as a spiritual entrepreneur, light worker, ascension anchor, all the things. Okay, so let's get into it. Because if you haven't noticed, we're in some wild times. Like, I know we joked about weird timelines and is this a glitch in the matrix, but seriously, there's something big that is shifting. And if you are listening to this, congratulations, because you are one of the ones who has woken up. You are someone who chose to incarnate in this time and just space because you wanted to be a part of this. You are one of the ones who, before dropping into this body, you said, "Oh, let's go. I want to be alive at one of the biggest spiritual shifts of all times." You're like, "Let's get in it. Let me get some boots on the ground." And I know you're listening and you're like, "Is this some chaotic Black Mirror episode?" Because, baby, Ascension ain't cute. It's not all light codes and angel numbers and feeling all blissed out. I mean, there's shadow work, there's nervous system like calibration, there's holding on to the vision that you have of what the world gets to look like, even though it may appear to be on fire. And for you as a light worker, as a spiritual entrepreneur, as an ascension anchor, understanding what's going on is not only important, it is your responsibility. So forgive me, I'm going to go basic first before we go deep. This is going to be a whole series on 3D5D, a whole series on like what the heck is going on and how you can utilize this to spread your message, anchor in more light, and do the job you came into this body to do. So let's talk about the 3D reality. So the third density reality, it's where you're in more of a survivor mode, more fear-based thinking, more lack-based thinking, hierarchical, right? More pyramid. And it's more in tune with the current five senses that we are aware of, right? Sight, hearing, touching, smelling, like those type of things, right? It's more dense. It's slower moving. Okay? What is the 5D reality? It's higher frequency, it's quantum based, it's expansion, it's love, it's appreciation, it's joy, it's more expanded, higher vibrational frequency feelings, experiences. Okay? And then what is ascension? This is the process of shifting from one thing to another, right? Rising in frequency. So right now it's the process of shifting from 3D, third density, to 5D, fifth density. But we are in the process of seeing and experiencing both, right? And what we're doing is teaching you, what I'm going to be doing is teaching you how to move through this in a version that fully embodies your divine power as the divine diva in your God frequency. Okay? You'll notice that I'm talking about third density, fifth density, not dimension. Because we are multidimensional, there are multiple dimensions. This is talking about density, the frequencies, and how the third density is more matter based, thicker, heavier, moves a little bit slower, and the fifth density is lighter, faster. But then as you go to 7th density and 9th density and 11th density, and it just gets lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, so also let me be clear, this isn't about escaping the 3D. 3D is not bad, 5D is not better. Your soul chose to be here in the physical. You came here to bring heaven to earth, not to spiritually bypass your way out of it. Heaven is here, right? But hell, quote unquote, whatever that is to you, can be here as well, based on your choices, the frequency you're choosing, the way you're choosing to see things. And what I'm teaching you in this series is how to reframe things, how to really tap into the fifth density and be that ascension anchor you came in this earth to be. So, right now we are in one of the biggest shifts in human conscious history. You feel it, the energy is moving faster, creations, some people call them manifestations, are happening a lot quicker. And things that used to take years are happening in months, weeks, days. And if you are resisting the shift, then you're probably feeling pressure. So, a lot of you may have heard of Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon was a pioneer in hypnotherapy and talking about like the kinds of things that we talk about today. She was talking about way back when. Okay. And she spent decades interviewing people under deep hypnosis about their past lives, their souls, and like what is actually happening on this planet. And in her work, she revealed that there are 3 waves of volunteers. Basically, she discovered that souls have been incarnating in different waves. All right. And so I'm going to break it down, right? There's a wave 1, the originals, right? And some of those are me, right? I'm, some of us that have been living and had enough, let's just say, revolutions around the sun. We came early. Dolores Cannons, those people of the world came early. The Seth books, Abraham Hicks, like those people came in early with zero guidance and had to figure stuff out. What is this place? Why do people lie? Why does everything feel fake? What am I doing here? Right? Because you came in, you forgot who you were. It's like, I don't know, right? And you felt like you never fully belonged, or you felt like you were very, very different. That's wave 1. Wave 2, that's like the people who woke up in 2020 and beyond, maybe the 4 a.m. club. You guys are waking up after the election and you're like, what the hell? You might be one of those badasses, And you felt a shift. You started questioning things. You got activated into your mission. You started deep diving into spirituality, quantum mechanics, healing work, and like asking yourself, what the fuck is going on here? That's wave 2. And then wave 3, a lot of new little souls are being born into the wave 3. These are a lot of like the neurodivergent kids, the kids with autism, the kids that are like telepathic. They're like living in their own world. Like, they're like, yeah, mama, no, what are you talking about? Like, no, this is what's going on. You can't even get them to live and fall in line with the old 3D system. They're like, what the hell? And this wave also includes people that are mass awakening now. So people that have been deep asleep in the 3D system and they are starting to feel it. They're looking for leaders. They're looking for those leaders, and those leaders are you. So, what does this all mean for you as a light worker, as an ascension anchor, as a spiritual entrepreneur? Look, this isn't just a personal journey, it's a collective shift. It can look different. Like, let's say you're a coach, a mentor, healer. You know how those jobs like really started to pop up, before 2020, but really exploded in 2020? Your job is literally to guide people to their next level of consciousness. Like, that's literally your job as a coach, a mentor, a healer. If you're a service provider and your work influences people's energy, their thoughts, like let's say you're a done-for-you provider, maybe you're a copywriter, or like, and you came in with the mission because you're like, I want to help more spiritual people get their work out in the world. Guess what? You're a light worker too, because you are helping to spread more more work for those coaches, those mentors, those healers, the entertainers, the content creators, and all of this stuff. You are here to help them expand. You are here to help them, like you have an agency and you're like helping them put their work out there. You have a digital agency, all of this kind of stuff. You are here to help them get out their message out to more, which means that you're impacting the many through few people, but you are impacting so many people through them. Let's say, what if you're a content creator or entertainer or some kind of influencer? Your words, your presence, your frequency shifts people just by being you. You know about when they say pay to exist? That's you, coaches, mentors, healers, service providers, content creators, entertainers, influencers, because you're paid to actually be you, to actually be authentically you. You are someone who uses your voice, your energy, your presence to influence others. You are a part of this shift. And guess what? The social media networks, the different ways we go to market have all opened the door for you to impact millions and billions of people very easily. It has never been easier for you to reach more people with less effort. And so if you're feeling the call, the pull to step it up more, to share more, to speak more, it is not random. It is your mission. Use your voice. Your voice is needed at this time. Your mission is calling you. So it is so important for you to like tap in and say, why? Okay, I'm a part of this new wave leadership, this new earth leadership. I am a part of this. And so what do I get to do? And one of the most important things that you get to do is clean up your side of the street. Because when you are cleaning up your side of the street, when you are working through your triggers, when you are seeing that, oh my goodness, I've experienced this trauma, or oh my goodness, I've experienced this trigger, oh my goodness, this is what I'm doing. And you do it without judgment, but just with love of yourself. I did a podcast about this. It's called Quantum Healing Method. Go to it, listen, look at it. It's all about how we get to clean up our side of the street. Because as a spiritual entrepreneur, as a light leader, as someone who is here to expand and share your message, you've got to have the IQ, EQ, and less spoken about AQ, which is important, which is emotional intelligence, really true intelligence, and be able to deal with adversity. Because you as a light leader, you as an ascension anchor, you as a spiritual entrepreneur, a healer, a service provider, a content creator, an entertainer is here to spread your message. Yet you get to see what things are like bogging you down, and you get to shift. So I created some spaces because you were never meant to do this alone. The first space is called Divinity House. It is for the established light worker, spiritual entrepreneur who's stepping into more visibility, more leadership, and more impact. This is for you to be surrounded by like-minded, powerful women who are here to rise, and you guys get to rise together. The Divinity House is a space for you to shine. Shine. I love that. It truly is a space where you get to remember who the heck you are. Because you were never, ever, ever meant to do this alone. It also helps you every day to step into your God frequency, your divine diva. Because when you calibrate to being the divine diva, you won't feel like success is something you have to hold together. You will finally breathe, knowing that what you built isn't fleeting, it is your new normal. Because when you embody God frequency, you're not stuck in the cycle of, can I do this? You will move like a woman who doesn't just create success, she expects it and she owns it. And when you own your divinity, your success doesn't feel like pressure, it feels like power, because you expand without the fear of losing it, without needing to prove yourself and without needing to shrink. This is Divinity House. This is so powerful. And so if this is calling you, I want you to message me or click the link that is in the show notes and you'll learn more about it, because this is your next level. Now, La Lumière is the Divine Diva Circle. It's also included in Divinity House. This is for Ascension Anchors, 4 a.m. Club. You're waking up. You're already awakened. This is an audio membership. It's where I do 3 audios a week minimum. And it's where I talk all about ascension. I talk about expansion. I talk about how to navigate this shift. And founding members, if you're listening to this podcast and you're listening during the founding members launch, it is $44 a month. But once we launch, it will be $144 a month. This membership is what I see. I see 144,000 of you going deep, expanding your vibration, doing all of the trigger work, like all of the shadow work. This is what I'm taking you through. That's why it's for both you if you're just beginning and you if you are an established light worker, because everybody's going to go through these. It is about spiraling up and understanding what it feels like to really stand your ground and be grounded and in your body and living your most amazing life as a 5th dimensional conscious leading ascension anchor. So click the link in bio, join now. It starts, and the first set of audios will start dropping in March. So get in now while it's a founding members launch. And then you have this podcast, right? The Bougie Healed Diva podcast. It is for the divine divas. It is free of charge. We are going deep into the 3D and the 5D Ascension. You will learn how to navigate this shift. You will know what you are being called to do, how to stay grounded when the world feels insane, because this is the work. This is why you're here, and this is why I started this. And so there are multiple ways for you to expand. Choose your desired route. Check the show notes. Give this a 5-star review and share it with as many people as you can share it with, because you don't want to miss what we are going to be talking about. So on that note, hugs, kisses, and all of the feels. Stay bougie, be healed, and keep it divine, diva.